Our final storyteller of the day is the executive director of DISA Energy Management. DISA Energy Management is focused on optimizing the design and implementation of renewable energy solutions. Very pertinent, very topical to our world today. So everyone please give a welcome to Fhazhil.
Okay, thank you very much. As said, my name is Fhazhil Said Wamalwa. I'm the managing director of DISA Energy Management. And essentially, our interest is to use renewable energy systems to reach those who are, what I can say, the left behind, those who cannot be reached by the current energy distribution models. And before probably talking a little bit about what we do, I would like to share something that is a little bit disturbing, that the statistics of the distribution of our energy demand as we speak today. That out of the 7 million people that we are in the world today, about 1.3 billion people do not have access to electricity. They live in total darkness. And out of these 1.3 billion people, 641 million of them are in one part of the world, that is Africa. And it becomes even a little bit disturbing if you remove North Africa and South Africa and describe what we call the sub-Saharan Africa minus South Africa, that using energy per capita as the measure of the quality of life in sustainability studies, you find out that while some parts like the United Kingdom here, on average, each individual has about 7,000 kilowatt hour per capita. In sub-Saharan Africa minus South Africa is 162. It is a disturbing reality, and some countries in the region, when you talk about them, even become bitter, because countries like the Southern Sudan and the Little Burundi, we have no more than 2% of the population accessing electricity as we speak today. The question is this: how can we be talking about social justice, environmental justice, in which you are all called upon to take initiative to halt back the effects of climate change that is attributed to extraction and use of the current energy systems, yet we do not have access to them? We all know that lack of access to energy implies low quality of education systems. It implies low quality of life. It implies low access to information. It implies low access to good quality healthcare systems. Think about in this age when each and every child walks the little Tom and Jerry on TVs, yet in sub-Saharan Africa, as we speak today, about 19 million children wake up in the morning and go to school without access to electricity. The question is this: when is this child going to do assignment? And how can this child be equated and say they're actually on an equal competitive platform with another child elsewhere who actually has access to energy and good quality of light for his studies? My story is not any different from the 19 million children I'm talking about, because I was born and raised in one of the remotest villages in Kenya, in which 19 years down the line, everything is still frozen in time. The children who have been born 29 years down the line since he was born there, they do not have access to electricity. I ran to school every morning, 7 kilometers one way, 7 kilometers back, doing assignment as the last kid in class, and oftentimes missed submitting assignment on time, because the only time I could do an assignment is during early morning hours, because there is no light at home. Even the little tin lamp that uses kerosene that we're using, oftentimes it is not there because we could not afford that. Over the weekend, while other children in other parts of the world spend time watching what I've just mentioned about Tom and Jerry, for us, we were walking in the wild with our mothers collecting firewood. That is no more there because we are finally depleting our ecosystem in a rate that we cannot keep up with. That no more of those firewoods are there, yet those women, to this day, they are still expected walking the same distances, getting the same to meet the requirement, energy requirement for cooking. Can we really afford to have a smile in this room if that is the state of affairs as it is? It is against this background that DISA Energy Management was born. We wanted to break away from existing models in which we wait upon the government to talk about centralized system of distribution, that we can now focus on distributed systems of reaching those people in rural communities who cannot be reached. Sometimes it requires a simple strategy as encouraging a homestead to invest a little bit of it, buying a solar rechargeable lamp to give a good quality of life to those kids. Essentially, this is what we are doing. And can it be done? Yes, it can be done, and it must be done, because if it is not done, we are done as a people. Thank you.
So powerful. You're just such a powerful speaker. The passion, it's so good. I want to take a moment to ask a little bit more about DISA energy management, because that's what you're doing. Tell everyone about like whether, I don't know, is it services, is it products? Like, what is DISA doing to help tackle this issue? And it's so big.
Okay, thank you for the question. Holistically, at DISA Energy Management, we deal with the optimal design and installation of renewable energy systems. We also do a little bit of energy audit and smart investment. The last two assignments, smart investment and energy audit, will help those who already have an access to energy to increase the value of what they have, cutting down the cost, yet maintaining the level of satisfaction. But our main focus majorly that we actually focus on is promoting access to energy for the group that do not have access to electricity. Currently, when you look at the models, like in Kenya, for example, the government is running what you call last mile project, in which they are extending the grid to reach the people. But what you should know is that the grid cannot, there are regions which you say is infeasible, because you can't take a grid in a rural, sparsely populated region. It won't make economic sense. In such system, we talk about decentralized, discrete systems that sometimes requires tying together up to 300 homesteads into one concept of a mini grid or a microgrid to reach them. Also, there is another approach in which you talk about single homesteads, in which you can install just a single solar panel that can light up that homestead. So we focus on ensuring that such places are reached using consumer education. In consumer education, we encourage those homesteads that they are on the market. We have rechargeable lamps, some of them going as low as $2. That this lamp is rechargeable, and if you buy this lamp, if you charge it, can last up to 8 hours, and you can charge it using as low as 10 cents of a dollar, and this improves the quality of light in the house and essentially improving the quality of readership of the children, instead of focusing on models of using these kerosene lamps and these tin lamps, which essentially you all know the effects on the health aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, on a personal level, I know that you're a youth mentor in your spare time. Could you just talk a little bit about that and what it means? I mean, because I think a lot of the times we think, oh, just young, but just because we're younger and we're emerging doesn't mean we're not also paying it forward already. So just talk a little bit about that.
Okay, thank you so much. Something about youth mentorship is something I've been doing for quite a good number of years, for the last 11 years, and this was motivated by my personal upbringing, because it's where I come from, like I am actually among the less than 10% who made beyond primary school. And in high school where I went, actually, we are no more than 5 who made 2 colleges. And essentially, it has been something that was born from well wishes. And many years later on, I looked back that what is it that has made me to come this far? Is because there is someone who actually extended a hand that has seen me come this far. And just to go back in time, I live in the year 2005, when I finished my high school. I won a scholarship with a foundation in Kenya called Equity Group Foundation that helped me go through university education as well as personal growth in terms of leadership. And it's from that I realized that when something is sown into you, there is a sense in which morally you are called upon to sow it forward. And since then, I have been participating in these programs at high school levels and also at college levels in terms of sometimes career guidance, speaking to primary schools, speaking to high schools. And as we speak now, even in South Africa, I've been studying, we've been running this kind of programs both on campus and also in suburbs around the neighborhood of the school.
Amazing. Everybody. Good job. Wow, no problem. Thank you. So good, dude.